All right.
I would say that
I learned my leadership qualities from Mike Davis.
as a good dictator, yes, I would say this, Ben. This convention is going so well for President Trump, and I'm thinking, what is the one way that we can screw up this momentum of this convention? I thought, let's go on Ben Johnson's show and throw bombs. I think Media Matters. Let's just give Media Matters the lines. I think they've been a little bit understaffed. I think
That's right.
I need to give them some more work.
That's right. They have not enough Xanax, not enough Xanax or Ozempic in the world to take care of the one final Media Matters staffer that has to cover all of these shows this week.
So bad,
Mike. It's so great to have you in studio.
Yeah, we're
in the flesh, and I want to take a moment to just get nostalgic for a second. Just for a second. We're not a nostalgic show, but Mike Davis was probably one of our very first bookings, if not the first booking on our show.
Yeah.
One of the first 3 guests. And Mike, that was years ago now.
Yeah.
And so we just want to say thanks, pal.
Yeah, I've been
a wild ride for a long time.
I've known Ben for 20 years, right?
It's been a wild ride for a long time, bro.
Yeah, my man.
And who knew that we'd get sick of winning?
We are winning so much, we are tired of winning. Not quite yet. Has Joe Biden bowed out yet? I'm trying to figure this out.
Apparently.
I mean, it's
all rolling.
It seems like the mutiny is just it's gotten overwhelming for him. And I've been saying this, Ben. Nothing screams democracy like Democrat insiders in smoke-filled back rooms at the Democrat National Convention overturning the will of millions, tens of millions of Democrat primary voters, but they're the party of democracy.
I keep posting on X the hashtag Don't Go Joe because I too agree. The Democrat Party, who keeps talking about the threats to democracy, are now trying to overturn the will of the voters of their own party, who just elected him in a landslide for their primaries. They had the choice to put up other candidates, and they kept telling everybody he's perfectly fine, he's perfectly healthy, and now they're all changing their minds, including Obama, apparently.
Including Obama. Boys, up next, now finally we're getting into the programming.
Lyndon McMahon just spoke not too long ago, so there might be an indication that
I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that we're set and ready to go here.
Has President Trump got into the arena yet?
Hulk Hogan. I don't want to miss Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mike, normally we'd be talking about Judge Eileen Cannon throwing the classified documents case into the trash compactor, and then the internal inferno combustion, mechanism. And that was glorious. You predicted that would happen. One of the few legal scholars who did. Yeah. But there's been so much wonderful news that that was somehow swept under the rug on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, Judge Cannon correctly ruled that if you want to prosecute the former president of the United States, you have to do it by following the Constitution. You can't just create by fiat an office of the United States and give this office unlimited power, essentially an unlimited budget, and think that's constitutional. It violates the appropriations clause and it violates the appointment clause. And so Judge Cannon, who has the backbone to do this, I love these Republican appointed judges who are women and minorities, because they have backbones of steel, because they take so much crap from the left for being conservative. So Judge Cannon followed the Constitution. She followed Justice Thomas's opinion in the presidential immunity case, and she correctly threw out the indictment against President Trump down in Florida. If President Biden and Merrick Garland want to prosecute him again, do it through your U.S. attorney down in the Southern District of Florida, and do it through your normal appropriation from Congress.
Yes. And now, what does that mean for Jack Smith? I mean, what does that mean for these other cases? I mean, this is unbelievable. This is humiliating, right?
Yeah. Jack Smith is a serial loser. He keeps getting crushed at every step. He got reversed 8-0. It would have been 9-0, but Justice Scalia died when Jack Smith was the political Scud missile sent to take out former Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell. And then he got banished to The Hague, and he was a war crimes prosecutor. His wife was producing documentaries for Barack and Michelle Obama. And then Joe Biden and Merrick Garland brought back this political Scud missile to try to take out President Trump, and it blew up in Joe Biden's face.
And it looks like everything's blown up in Joe Biden's face.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Mike,
I mean, this dude.
You may get to prosecute his family sooner than later.
Yeah, it's the viceroy. That's right. So it's very interesting that these Democrats. I remember 2 years ago coming on your show, Ben, and there were a lot of Democrats snickering and laughing when I was saying what I predicted what was going to happen in these cases, and I don't think they're laughing now.
It's the most like we try and be polite, and we try and be polite on this program, bro. You have been the most right on the record, like able to say it to us publicly. A lot of people are cowards. They like think these things, but they won't say it publicly.
Yep.
You've been coming on this program for years and saying this and predicting it, man.
You know what, Ben? When you grow up with red hair, you just don't give a crap what people think about you. You're used to getting punched in the face, and you just learn how to fight. And so, I know I'm crazy, but I'm also always right. So,
I'll take crazy and always right over whatever's happening to Joe Biden right now, which seems like the end stage of elder abuse. He's going to be gone. Yeah. Right. And so then what does that mean for his family? His family's got to be furious right now. Hunter, Jim, Jill, like there's some real problems for them then with a Joe Biden who not only is going to leave, but also piss off everyone on his way out.
Well, just think about, I would just say this to Joe Biden and James Biden and Hunter Biden and every scumbag Biden who took over $20 million from Russia, China, Ukraine, Kazakhstan. They better be very happy. They're too dumb to understand this, but they better be very happy that the Supreme Court ruled the way it did in the presidential immunity case, and Judge Cannon ruled the way she did in the documents case, and the Supreme Court ruled the way it did in the Fisher case. Because can you imagine if Trump made me just created the office of viceroy when he's back in the office by fiat, not even by Congress, just creates the office of viceroy and doesn't have me nominated and confirmed by the Senate and just says, viceroy, you get an unlimited budget and unlimited power. Go do your thing. I mean, I don't think Democrats really want that. So they should, because I guarantee you, I would show zero mercy as Trump's viceroy. So these Democrats better appreciate that the Supreme Court really saved Joe Biden's ass. So
you're a deep appreciator of the Senate. You must be happy with the J.D. Vance pick. I didn't see you publicly bang any pots and pans for or against really any one single pick, but you must be particularly happy. You're a man of the Senate. You've worked in the Senate for quite a while and with the Senate for a long time. And the Senate seems very happy with J.D. Vance. What kind of work are you going to get done in a second Trump White House?
I don't know if I worked in the Senate and I got a lot of crap done in the Senate, but I broke every piece of china in the Senate over an 18-month period and confirmed a record number of President Trump's judges under then Chairman Chuck Grassley's leadership. He was a fantastic boss, and he just let me do my thing and break china. And then
Grassley's very happy with Vance.
He's very so JD Vance. Let me say this about JD Vance. I know him. He's a really good guy. He's young. He's smart, and it shows that President Trump is ready to govern with a wingman in J.D. Vance, who's going to carry on the America First agenda long after President Trump's out of office and out of public life. It's very much a forward-looking pick. It's a smart pick. Trump could have picked a much safer and easier pick, but President Trump is going into this election confident that he's going to win. I would say this: in order for us to seal the deal and make this happen, Republicans, Democrats, right-thinking independents need to make sure that they get people registered to vote and vote as early as possible. Bank your vote. Do not wait till Election Day. Like Republicans think it's their patriotic duty to wait till Election Day and go in and cast their vote. Don't do that. If you think the BLM and Antifa riots were bad in 2020, wait for the Hamas riots in 2024. You do not want to be scared for your life to go vote on Election Day.
So, Viceroy time. Viceroy time. I don't think we have the memes just yet, but Viceroy time, Mike. The air of inevitability is what all the libs say about this. I've been reading all the headlines, and this is what the AP is saying. This is what all of the people who hate us, the people who put us in gulags, they're all saying there's an air of inevitability, and Democrats are in total crisis, and they're giving up. They're giving up. And so the Viceroy will happen.
Yeah, I hope
we're going to manifest the Viceroy, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope it does, and I would say I think that. And they're lucky. Again, the Judge Cannon saved America from Viceroy. Lord Davis, the Governor General of the District of Columbia, because but for Judge Cannon, Trump could have just said, you know what, I'm creating the viceroy and I'm putting Mike Davis in. And they're like they did with Jack Smith, right?
Yeah,
and I would show no mercy. Unlike other Republicans, I would show no mercy. And I would say this, that this is going to be a monumental election because the next president of the United States is going to pick 2-3 justices on the Supreme Court. And do you want President Trump or President Biden or President Kamala replacing
President Buttigieg?
Yeah, replacing Justice Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court? I mean, that would be the nightmare scenario, is if Biden or Kamala or whoever the hell they put in there wins the White House and they control the Senate, and then they get to replace Justice Thomas and Justice Alito. There goes our God-given rights to speak, to worship, to associate, to protect ourselves. Yes. Everything is on the line on November 5th. So vote as early as possible. Bank your vote.
Would you work in a second Trump administration?
I want to be the viceroy. Of course I would. Okay. But Judge Cannon just screwed me.
Yeah.
So I'm not going into the administration. I'm going to be a very strong advocate for President Trump from the outside, running the Article 3 project like I have been for the last 5 years, and was the lonely voice defending Trump 2 years ago when all the other rats scrambled off the Trump ship and the USS Trump. And now the USS Trump is full steam back to the White House, and the rats are swimming back to the ship. But, you know, we'll show mercy for some of the rats. So, but it's going to be President Trump has. I've been out at the RNC for the convention. I was on the platform committee for 2 weeks, and we have a very strong platform. Trump has solidified that this is the America First Trump party with his platform and his pick of J.D. Vance, and this is no longer our parents or our grandparents' country club, Republican corporate party. We are very much a populist party.
So the Article 3 project, let's shout it out. It's famous now.
Yeah.
So it's famous now, and every good lawyer I know that's Republican works there now. So way to go, Mike, on building your Death Star.
My empire. It's my Department of Justice for the Viceroy.
You dark Sith Lord.
That's
you
right.
now have a Death Star.
Lord Davis.
Let's shout it out, baby.
You can just call me my Lord if you want. For short.
My Lord.
My Lord.
Shout it out, my Lord.
Article3project.org. Article number 3project.org. You can donate. You can follow on social media. You can take action, which is the most important thing that you can do.
It is. The man who takes action.
Good to see you, man.
Oh boy. I don't care. I'll do anything to get the viceroy position finalized. We will get it, Mike. I won't. I must see you in some type of Shakespearean mid-English garb. Yes. All right. Bye, Mike. Fun to have Mike live.
Always.
What's up, Alex?
What is up?